Hello, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of I Make Free Energy for you guys on YouTube. Today we are going to talk about a very unusual free energy generator. This is not an electrical device. You know that nowadays everyone has a free energy generator from Korea to Russia to South America, North America, yeah, Germany. Yeah, everyone has a free energy generator. And yes, even Italy has a free energy generator. Yes, it's a little more fancy than a common free energy generator, but they do have free energy in Italy too. So it's called E-Cat. You know what I'm talking about. Andrea Rossi is the genius and inventor of the E-Cat. E-Cat or E-Catalyzer. It's a very strange and unusual process to produce not an electricity, but rather some heat. Yes, this machine, it's overheating. So you have a smaller input and a greater output of heat. Yes, heat, steam. So this is like a very fancy box. Mr. Andrea Rossi never disclosed what's really inside this box. People claim cold fusion. Yes, a small nuclear reaction inside this magic box. Yes, so you apply some water at room temperature and you get steam outside this machine by just plugging into the wall. That is amazing. So this machine runs continuously for 4, 5, 6 hours. This steam can be converted into another form of electricity or form of energy. It can be electricity or any kind. That is freaking cool. Take a look at this machine and tell me what you think.
Doing a new kind of test of the energy catalyzer here at Andrea Rossi. In this moment we'll be going for several hours, but 1 hour ago more or less we went into self-sustained mode. We're going to have a check at that one first. We have a small current going here, it's half an ampere more or less, and it's 230 volts, feeding the control unit. But the current into the resistance is 0. I also just measured the voltage is 0. Here's the E-Cat. We have water feeding in here. We have here's where the resistance is attacked. Here's the signal unit that's attacked as well. Now this time we're not producing vapor. That is, we're producing vapor internally. But the new thing of today's test is that the vapor is here at the output. It goes into this heat exchanger. It's a commercial heat exchanger, and the steam condenses and goes out here, and we just get rid of it out the sink. So
just a moment that because okay.
I guess we can. I don't know if it's.
You ready?
Yes.
Put it.
Ah.
Got it?
So you see. Explain what we're seeing.
Steam. This is steam.
So did you see the box, that fancy box, a metallic box? That's where everything happened in the box. It's called cold fusion process. That's what's claimed. Cold fusion, small nuclear reaction inside that. By applying a little bit of electricity, plug into the wall, and a little bit of water, room temperature, you actually having steam to the other side. You have a big box and then a small box, that's the condenser or cooler, whatever you want to call it. And then you have steam to the outside, yes. So as you know very well, I do speak Italian. I had a chance to talk to Andrea Rossi. Yes, I had a chance to make my own E-Cat device and make some steam, yes. So let's take a look at my machine, tell me what you think. Yes, it's a scam. It is a scam. It's one of the biggest scam ever made in Italy. If you guys don't believe me, let's talk about such Andrea Rossi. What kind of person is that one? Andrea Rossi, to begin with, such a brain and genius, graduate from Kensington University. If you guys don't know what Kensington University, it was a university based in California, and it was a fake school that released over 7,000 diplomas under a good sum of money. Yes, not a single student actually ever attended that school. Not a single one. Of course, the school got shut down finally. Yeah, should I keep talking? Okay. The first scam machine made by Andrea Rossi took place in the 1970s, around 1976. When Mr. Andrea Rossi, with a crew of collaborators and mafia people, was able to convince quite a lot of people that he had a machine who could convert industrial waste into energy and fuel. Yeah. So at that point, he received quite a lot of funding. We are talking about millions from the government and from private investors. Should I keep talking? Yeah, why not? So, after 10 years, through like a simple test and a bunch of complaining from people about water pollution and strange smell coming from his company called the Petroldragon. Yeah, Petroldragon. They found out that he wasn't producing not a single drop of fuel, but rather was polluting the soil, and he was actually producing toxic waste leaching through the water field in the commune of Milano. Yes, in Milano. Of course, the company got shut down, and Mr. Rossi got arrested, but not just for scamming, also for tax fraud, environmental pollution, and many other things along with him. Should I keep talking? Yeah. So, the government of Milano had to spend over $5 million to clean up after him. The Petroldragon left behind a lot of toxic substance. Yeah. As I said, leaching through the water field and soil. Basically, it was 70,000 tons of toxic waste the city of Milan had to clean up after Mr. Rossi's crap. Yeah. Should I keep talking? Yeah. So Mr. Rossi got convicted after tax fraud and scam of 4 years of jail. Yeah. You know what happened to Mr. Rossi? Where he managed to escape. Should I keep talking? Yeah. Mr. Rossi came in America with the same crew of collaborators and mafia people that he paid. And at this point, he started the second scam. The second scam took place here in America. He was able to convince through like fake media, info, internet, and many other social networking that he had a machine, a thermoelectrical machine, where the output was greater than the input. So the US military, the US Army got convinced, and they finally got some funding for this guy. to carry on with this project. About like over $1 million. Yes, that's how Andrea Rossi makes his own money. Over $1 million, yes. But Andrea Rossi produces no more than 27 machines. 19 of those, they went under testing. And unfortunately revealing a machine that not only have a very low efficiency, but rather no output at all. Yes, those machines, they were just empty boxes. Yeah, there was nothing inside. Those machines, they had no output at all. Not just low efficiency, but some of them, actually most of them, they had zero output. So the claim and the money got into Andrea Rossi's pocket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, of course, Andrea Rossi got kicked out. Once he came back to Italy, he got arrested in Rome one more time. Should I keep talking? Yeah, why not? This is the third scam of Mr. Andrea Rossi in 2010. Yeah. At this point, he had a chance to meet a lot of people in America, a lot of mafia people with big money. After so many scams, you collect quite a lot of people. What? The new and last scam is called E-Cat or E-Catalyzer. Mr. Andrea Rossi managed to stay out of jail for quite a few years because he stopped selling fake machines but just dedicated himself to do some fundraising for his E-Cat or E-Catalyzer. Well, at this point, his crew, including such a Matt Lehman, he was one of his biggest collaborators, not journalists. Journalists with fake news, well paid from Andrea Rossi to spread fake news, fake info, and fake testing. Max Newman had a chance to go to Andrea Rossi's laboratory, which is actually just his garage in Bologna, and he saw with his eyes, witnessing that machine failing any under test, any test possible. However, he decided to shut down, quit, actually rather increasing his business by keep releasing fake news on any newspaper possible about the E-Cat and failing test. That machine does not produce not even 1% of energy Andrea Rossi claimed. At this point, during his trip in America, I met another amazing person, such as Sterling Allan. Sterling Allan took a big position, a big slice of the cake in this whole business. Sterling Allan. Sterling Allan is the responsible of social media, internet, and YouTube. Yes. Of course, followers, they took a big slice of the cake as well, enhancing the fake info that Andrea Rossi and Mr. Sterling Allan were already spreading around the web. Well, you know, blind believers are everywhere. All they do is just copy info and paste it somewhere else. So that's how you spread shit all over the place, even more. You guys want to know who is Sterling Allan? Such Andrea Rossi's partner? Check this out. Yes, Sterling Allan was a convicted, convicted person for what? For pedophilia, yes, sex, child abuse. Yeah. Should I keep talking? Yes, why not? So after this old scam of the E-Cat or E-Catalyzer, not a single test were conducted of this machine. All the testing ever made are from Andrea Rossi in his garage. He does not allow anyone else to make any kind of testing of that machine. Such a shame. You wonder why? Well, he knows very well it's a freaking scam. However, this fake info and media reach out for Bushnell, one of the major of the NASA scientists. Yeah, we're talking about NASA. So they got kind of curious at NASA, and NASA, they're pretty open-minded, not skeptical at all. So they took a chance to, invite Andrea Rossi with his E-Cat, E-Catalyzed machine, and having some serious testing going on. Well, Andrea Rossi knows very well that machine is scam. So what he did, he threw like a big sum of money one more time, such as $1.5 million that NASA had to pay for testing his machine. Normally it's the opposite. When you have someone testing your machine, you have to pay for it. In this case, was NASA offering $1.5 million as Andrea Rossi requested. Because Andrea Rossi thought there was sum of money, such a big sum of money, NASA would have refused it. Well, guess what? NASA accepted. At that point, Andrea Rossi, what he did, should I keep talking? Hey, why not? At this point, what Andrea Rossi did, he bumped the offer to $15 million to have his machine tested from NASA. Thinking about the NASA were going to refuse because it's such a big sum of money. Well, you know what happened? After thinking about it for a few months, NASA said, you know what, we accept the offer. We give you $15 million. $15 million to test your pseudo E-Catalyzer machine in cold fusion. At that point, when Andrea Rossi didn't know what to say anymore, we are talking about 2012, 2011. He suddenly came out with an excuse saying, I'm too busy for this kind of testing. I'm too busy, come back another time. Wow, wow. Someone just offered $50 million to test your machine, your free energy machine, and you suddenly come out with, I'm too busy. Well, at this point, the people start getting a little bit skeptical about it. Should I keep talking? Yeah, why not? And at some point, some third parties company had to test this machine and verify Andrea's claim. At this point, Andrea Rossi decided to change the story of his machine. It's no longer a cold fusion process, but rather a small nuclear reaction inside his machine. Because with cold fusion, it's quite clever. There is some kind of toxic waste such as heavy water and deuterium. Well, it was kind of impossible to cover and to hide those things. So I came out with a small nuclear reaction. No more cold fusion. He had to send that machine in 2012 to some serious testing conducted outside his garage. Laboratory. Unfortunately, after so many years of failing testing, no one heard about this machine anymore. We are in 2017. Yes. What happened to the E-Catalyzer? What happened to Andrea Rossi? Yeah, it is another scam. This guy's been making scam for living forever. Like seriously, forever, for 40 years. 40 years of scamming. 40 years of living off scamming through funding. Please make a donation. Please make a fundraising for my free energy generator. Andrea Rossi has been scamming for over 40 years. 40 years of scamming. Well, Now, this person, it's of course, needs to stay in jail for the rest of his life. It's probably because in Italy we're just a little bit too polite and kind. But yeah, how now this E-Cat, E-Catalyzer can be over unity and free energy after such a nice and clean background such Andrea Rossi has. There is so much to talk about Andrea Rossi. This is just 10% of what the scamming, Andrea Rossi scamming did in his life. Only 10%. However, I will post a bunch of links in the description with a bunch of more deep information about such Andrea Rossi. Yeah, about his past scams along with thermoelectric and fossil fuels and E-Cat. Many more than that. Andrea Rossi is still making for living. Please make a donation and fund. Yeah, still looking for investors to collect money and more money and more money and more money. Yeah, this person should stay in jail for the rest of his life. He's a scam and delinquent. That's what Andrea Rossi is. So, yeah. After I say that, thank you guys for watching and please subscribe. Scam.